Yeah, and I'm a very special individual with very special abilities. And people like me are usually protected by the federal government. So, the neighbors, when I lived in West Warwick, regarding the Tesla incident, the neighbors manipulated me and made me think that I needed to look for somebody to have them protect me and take me to a special place. Never happened, never will. That's not the way things work. That's not reality. They were getting inside my head and fucking me up. So, that was the truth. Have a good day. And on a side note, I never broke into a car, not once. My own car, yes. When I locked my goddamn keys in the car, I got into my own car. Yeah, I know how to do that, but would I ever open somebody else's car door that was locked? No. And get in? No. Would I ever steal a car? No. You guys are ridiculous. And by the way, stop bringing old shit up, because I'm just gonna fucking nail it out of the park with truth. So, yeah, don't bring old shit up, otherwise you're gonna get clowned. So, have a good day.
Something's on my back now. Lay off or get smacked down. Either way, I win the fight. Right now, I'm loving life. Yeah. Okay. Poetry notes, this will all flow down, down. I slowly get better every track, so I guess what it is, it says go, so I go. Alright. Knocked out, I am a fighter, I will live through it all. Right now, I'm a poet, I'm a writer, and I will make my point.
Actually, you know what was funny about the Tesla incident? I got put in the hospital for 10 days, I got started. And then I came out, and the day I got out, I went in the street, walked around in broad daylight, went out at night, walked around at night. Cops were patrolling. I was sending them waves, sending them smiles, sending them signs that I was not violent and that I would never do it again. And they trusted me after that. I sent them signs multiple times a day to prove what was going on. I didn't fit any of the descriptions of having problems like that. I didn't fit any because I didn't repeat, for one. Two, the fact that I was waving and smiling at him proves my point even more. Have a good day. I remember the social worker at West Warwick Police Department's name, Catherine. What's up, Catherine? Yeah, I'm gonna post a playlist on my Facebook just for you to check out. They're an answer to all your questions that you had when you were on scene, and I'm able to answer them now because it was very traumatic in the process of being questioned while I was being manipulated by the neighbors. Okay, so I have my side of the story, and you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, but I'm gonna leave it there for you to gander upon. So, have a good day. One of the manipulation things is the neighbors had a medical call to the address that I was living at. And while the police, ambulance, and fire trucks were outside taking the person out into the ambulance, the neighbors were talking upstairs saying, they're going to try to frame him. This, that, and the other thing. And then the other neighbor came in downstairs and was talking to another lady and was like, yep, he's going somewhere nice. And then upstairs, they had one of their friends out in the driveway, and he's like, don't come in. the kid downstairs just killed one of our kids. And I'm like, no, I did not, dude. I stayed in my fucking apartment. And, yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit manipulation, dude. Would I ever do something like that? No. But that's the manipulation that I went through. And, I was scared out of my fucking mind. And then as soon as I was scared, they would pull some fucking stupid shit and make me believe shit. So they made me think I did something, manipulation. And then pulled some, like, made me believe shit after that. So literally a 3-step process, like I said. Watch the YouTube videos. Thank you. Now, if that was an episode, it would be physically impossible for me to remember it. Okay? It would be physically impossible for me to remember it based off of the way delusions work. My brother, I grew up with a brother with schizophrenia who went through delusions, who didn't remember shit when he came out of it. Okay? I remember everything down to the last detail, bro. Alright? Have a good day. And that story ties to when I showed up at the Wickford State Police Station in North Kingstown and reported what was happening in the house, but it looked like I was crazy because I wasn't able to explain it correctly because I was so scared. Okay? But I did now that interaction with the Wickford State Police would make sense. Now that I'm able to explain it when I'm at a point where I can process it, process the abuse, right? So now that interaction, that's on camera, by the way. Every time I showed up there, they had to document it. So all you do is look up the paperwork on the computer when it was documented that I showed up and look at the camera footage because I'm on camera when I'm in there. That's why I showed up. I wanted to be on camera so I could report it. Nothing happened. So now I'm believed because I'm able to explain with not only scientific explanations, but I'm on the other side of it. So, whatever, dude. And now you know I left a paper trail and why I left a paper trail everywhere I went. There is a pattern and there is a paper trail. Okay? And my patterns are different now. My patterns are way different. Why? Because I fixed me brain.